Hey, welcome back to the dungeon. So I suppose y'all are wondering where I'm at on the book. Well, I'm 10,000 words in. I wanted to be 20,000 words in, but, well, you know, life gets in the way sometimes. But I'm through for a couple of weeks with my duties as a 43-year-old freshman. So I get to kick back, relax, and make stuff up. Before we go on any further, what am I reading this week? I am reading Stranger in a Strange Land. Or as somebody recently put it on another blog, the Let's Have Sex on Mars book by Heinlein. Haven't gotten to the sex part yet, but it's, for a science fiction book, it is a strange, strange book. I just finished Starship Troopers. That was a little more conventional. I like that. I like Stranger in a Strange Land, but it is definitely a very weird book. Check it out. So what's going on? What's my process on this? Theoretically, I was using an outline. 10,000 pages in, or 10,000 words in, sorry. It only superficially resembles the outline. Part of the problem is I've got a character that goes from place to place to place to place, and he has to ditch his girlfriend, put her out of the picture for a few chapters, and I have to watch what I'm doing, because in the original outline it doesn't look like much, but so far the guy is he went from the Bahamas to Cuba to Florida to Miami. Soon he'll be going to Washington, D.C., and in the outline I've got him going out to New York to hide and then come back to the D.C. area, and I'm thinking, that's a bit much. People are going to look at this guy and say, does this guy ever sit still? Well, yeah, that's what they pay him to do. But anyway, and it's bad enough that the rest of the action actually takes place in Dallas. So you've got a guy who basically spends a lot of time on the road. Now the trip from the Bahamas to Miami is interesting because, well, there's people trying to kill him every step of the way. So that's fun. Where do we go next? I don't know. I think without so much demanding my attention, I'm not doing reviews until the middle of next month. I'm not doing any kind of college work. I think I should be able to devote much more time to the novel, get it done. Hopefully next weekend I can lock myself down here and pretty much do it all day long, at least try to get through the Labor Day weekend. Can't do too much on Labor Day weekend. I got family coming down, so like I said, real life, that you have to pay attention to that too. And I disagree with anybody who says that a writer shouldn't worry about real life. They should just neglect their spouse and their kids and everything else in order to focus on their craft. Now, a lot of those writers are very business-oriented, and I agree you should focus quite a bit on business, but if you're going to neglect your family, why in the hell are you writing to begin with? Because it's the only reason I want to do it professionally is to bring money in for my family. I don't want to sit there and be able to sit in some salon somewhere, or maybe get a gig lecturing to colleges and just kind of stroke myself up there in front of people going, I'm a real writer. That's crap. I have very little patience for that. A writer is part of who you are. It's not all of who you are. If it's all of who you are, you have an extremely unbalanced life, and you're probably not much of a fun person to be around. I know lots of writers, and they are very fun to be around, and they do have balanced lives. Now, of course, I wish I was like John Scalzi, where I can sit and kind of, like poke the readership every couple of hours on a daily basis. But he did all the heavy lifting a long time ago and gets to write books for a living now. So, John, I love you. I'd love to have your lifestyle, but, I'm just going to keep on keeping on. All right, from the dungeon, this is Jim Winter. This is Sunday evening. You're watching this Thursday morning or later. So in a couple of days, I'll record another one of these things, and you'll see it a week from now. Hopefully, I'll be able to tell you that, I overdosed on caffeine and I got the novel done in one night. No, actually I don't want to do that. That would suck. Anyway, so until next week, see you from the dungeon.